You've always been told you need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. But how true is that? Because you'll also find someone saying that's overkill. Then another guy tells you that you can only absorb 30 grams per meal. So what's the truth? Let's cut through the noise and break down exactly how much protein you actually need, whether you're bulking, cutting, or just trying to stay healthy. Because in this video, NPTI Florida will explain the real truth about protein intake. First, let's talk baseline. The World Health Organization says you need about 0.36 grams per pound just to survive. So, for a 180-pound person, that's only 65 grams a day. But here's the thing. That number isn't designed for people who lift. It's designed to keep you alive. It's like putting cheap gas in a sports car. It'll run anyway, but it's not going to perform. So if you're training hard, you need more. And how much depends on what you're trying to do. Let's talk about bulking. When you're eating in a surplus, trying to pack on size. The research shows you need 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. So for that same 180-pound lifter, that's about 125 to 180 grams a day. So that classic 1 gram per pound rule, it's actually at the upper end of this range. But cutting is a whole different game. When you're in a calorie deficit, your body is in survival mode. Your glycogen stores are lower, and your body starts looking to your muscles. So to protect that muscle while you're shredding fat, you need to bump protein up. We're talking 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound. That's roughly 145 to 215 grams for our 180-pound example. So if you're lean, training hard, and deep into a cut, go toward the higher end. If you've got more body fat or you're training casually, stay on the lower end. Either way, protein becomes your best friend when calories are low. But what about recomposition? Building muscle and losing fat at the same time? For this, you should stick to bulking ranges. And here's a pro tip. If you're carrying extra body fat, just eat 1 gram of protein per centimeter of your height. So if you're 183 centimeters tall, aim for 183 grams a day. This method adjusts for body fat without figuring out your lean mass, and it works surprisingly well. Now let's dive into the meal by meal stuff. You've probably heard that your body can only use 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal, and anything beyond that is wasted? That's not true. Your body absorbs all the protein you eat. The real question is how much actually gets used to build muscle in one sitting. One study showed 40 grams of whey beat 20 grams after a full body workout. Another showed 70 grams of beef worked better than 35 grams. So there's no magic ceiling. The bottom line? Total daily protein matters way more than how you split it up. Means if you hit your daily target, you're winning. Most experts suggest 3 to 5 protein meals a day because it keeps digestion smooth. But if you prefer 2 big meals or 6 small ones, it's not going to wreck your gains. But here's what you should know about protein quality. There's an amino acid called leucine, which is the key that turns on muscle growth. You want about 3 grams of leucine per meal to maximize that signal. To compare, 29 grams of whey protein gives you 3 grams of leucine for about 145 calories. Around 40 grams of chicken breast hits that same mark at roughly 200 calories. Finally, let's crush some timing myths. You've heard about the anabolic window? That you need to chug a protein shake within 30 minutes after your workout, or your gains disappear. That's overblown. As long as you're eating a solid meal with protein within 4 to 6 hours before or after training, you're good. The only exception is if you train completely fasted, because then you have to get some protein in as soon as you can after your workout. And what about protein before bed? Some research shows 40 grams before sleep can boost overnight muscle protein synthesis. But long-term studies show it doesn't really make a difference if your total daily protein is already high. So is it helpful? Maybe. But is it mandatory? Nope. So here's your takeaway. Stop overthinking the small stuff. Hit your total daily protein based on your goal. Spread it across a few meals if you can. And that's how you win.